13 huge home and away spoilers for next week 8 to the 12th of September. What's next in Summer Bay? Coming up on Home and Away, Irene makes the life-changing decision to sell up and travel the world. Elsewhere, Remi's performance at Salt reignites his romance with Bree, and Roo fears she's going to lose Cohen. Here's a full collection of 13 massive moments. You can also check out our collection of 36 spoiler pictures from these episodes. 1. Roo hides the truth from Cohen. Roo is infuriated to learn that her adoption plans have been halted while the police investigate a man called Adrian, who says he is Cohen's father. In order to determine the validity of his claims, Roo is told that Cohen will need to undergo a DNA test. Roo can't bring herself to tell Cohen the truth, so makes out it's a follow-up test from his recent illness. 2. Cohen and Adrian come face to face. Adrian arrives at the police station to see David, clutching a newborn photo of Cohen and desperate to know more about him. Their meeting is interrupted by Roo, who wants to have her say. David intervenes and puts Roo in her place, but she's adamant Cohen belongs with her, in Summer Bay. 3. Remi takes a step forward. Bree is hopeful that Remi's return to the stage will help heal their relationship. But he doesn't share her optimism. As Remi continues to wallow over his past mistakes, Eden makes him realize how hard Bree is fighting for them. Buoyed by her words, Remi tells Bree and Eden that he's had a change of heart, the gig is on. 4. Adrian wins Cash's support. Adrian spots Roo walking in the bay with Cohen and introduces himself. Roo is furious and orders Cash to intervene, as a confused Cohen questions if he's just met his dad. Later, Cash listens as Adrian reveals how he was cut of Cohen's life and didn't have the chance to get to know him. Cash reports back to David and the pair agree that Adrian would make a good father. 5. Cohen and Roo want to stay together. Cohen's mind is racing following his meeting with Adrian and Roo is unable to give him the answers he needs. When Harper arrives to check on him, Cohen insists he wants to stay living with Roo. She's forced to tell him that might not be possible. Meanwhile, Roo is supported by her loved ones as she faces the likelihood of losing Cohen. 6. Mac and Levi's IVF journey continues. Mackenzie and Levi's latest IVF results are positive, giving the couple the go-ahead for her egg retrieval. They start with their first round of trigger injections. Levi is anxious about hurting Mac, but she reassures him it's fine. Afterwards, Mac starts experiencing cramps, so Levi convinces her to work at home from the couch until she's feeling better. 7. Lacey gets bad news. Lacey informs Joe that she's hired a private investigator to look into the accident that killed their mother. Joe is concerned by the news and tells Tane she doesn't want David to have to relive the trauma over what happened. Later, Lacey is horrified when the investigator suddenly drops the case, and feels sure her sister is behind it. But Joe sets Lacey straight, revealing the woman backed out after discovering their dad is a police sergeant. 8. Lacey makes a new plan to help Theo. Joe tells Lacey she wants their mum's death to be investigated too, so she can prove she wasn't at fault. Lacey offloads to Theo, who's more preoccupied whether to return to his old job at the garage with Justin or carry on being a surf teacher. Later, Lacey asks Kirby to fire Theo so he can go back to his dream role. Theo sees through their plan and decides his heart lies at the garage. 9. Irene starts clearing out. Irene gifts Leah the teapot she used to break her cycle with alcoholism and thanks her for always being there. She's determined to get her affairs in order before her Alzheimer's progresses. But Leah and Marilyn feel it's too soon. John eventually supports Irene's decision to part with her possessions, but in return asks she keeps her friends close. 10. Irene makes a huge decision. Irene cracks on with her clearing out and is lifted when Sunny brings humor to the situation. Later that night, Sunny finds Irene in a somber mood as she reflects on all the places she never got to visit in her life. He urges her never to say never, which gives Irene an idea. After sleeping on it, Irene announces to Leah that she's decided to sell her home and travel the world while she still can. 11. Joe and Tane have another dating disaster. Joe and Tane decide to have another go at getting to know one another. Their date gets off to a great start. But as Tane goes to the bar, Joe sees an incoming call from Harper and decides to cancel it. She later admits what she did to Tane, who's understanding, but rushes off to collect Archie. 12. Remi and Bree are back on track. Remi's anxiety over performing in public resurfaces as he fears it will cause him and Bree more problems. Regardless, he and Eden take to the stage for a moving duet that has the whole crowd going. Remi's fears prove to be unfounded and afterwards he and Bree share a passionate reunion back at his. 13. Irene's mind is made up. Sonny is in Dana's bad books after he admits he put the idea in Irene's head to go traveling. Meanwhile, Irene gets annoyed when Leah and Alf try to talk her out of leaving. She refuses to back down, insisting this is what she wants and she'll be putting all the safeguards in place. Will Irene's loved ones be able to support her decision and let her go? Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.